welcome to another episode of Can You Game On It? I'm all fancy today, but it's okay because we'll be talking about a very, very fancy device. Where did that accent come from? Anyways, the device we're talking about today is this beautiful, beautiful laptop. Yes, this is, once again, I'm so happy about this because every year, well, almost every year, I get to review this laptop. And this is the Acer Predator Helios 300. So before I get into it, CK, do the intro. Alright guys, as I mentioned before, every year Acer comes back with their beefed up, souped up line of laptops, and this is the Helios 300. It's beefier than last year, it's a refreshed model, and honestly, I've always loved how this laptop looks. I mean, look at this. Are you guys seeing this? This looks so good. Like, literally, I don't mind having this as my backdrop like all the time. One thing's for sure though, unlike other gaming laptops I've reviewed this year, this one definitely screams gamer. So if you want to up your gamer rep, this is definitely the laptop for you. So let's get into the specs. Processor-wise, 11th gen Intel Core i7-11800H. And for you guys who are into ray tracing, you guys will be happy to hear that this comes with the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 processor, 1 terabytes of internal storage, which can be upgraded by the way, 16 gigabytes of RAM, and a 17.3-inch QHD display with 165 Hz refresh rate. Yes, for you guys who are in love with FPS just like me, Valorant gang, this would be laptop for you. Also guys, don't forget it comes with a 3 millisecond input. For the design, as I mentioned before, this laptop screams gamer, but in a really good way. By really good way, I mean like, look at this. This logo here lights up. It also comes with a full keyboard, which I really appreciate. Wait, let me just show you. Jada! There we go. Full keyboard, perfect for those who are using this laptop for both work and play. Productivity wise, I'm sure that a lot of you guys will enjoy and love the number pad. So I talk about this a lot as well. So in terms of the keyboard, I feel like a lot of laptops never get this right, but for some reason though, Acer Predator does. Okay, so this one has a really good travel time, isn't too flat, very comfortable to use. I absolutely also love the backlight for this as well. It's not too bright, and you can actually adjust the brightness if you want to. If you look at the keyboard, this does come with the 4-zone RGB, which means that this part right here is actually customizable to your own needs. Personally, for me, I love the electric blue, but if you guys like it in white, blue, rainbow puke, it's entirely up to you. I won't judge you for the rainbow puke though, don't worry. Actually, I am. Anyways guys, if you guys want to edit your 4-zone RGB on the keyboard, you can always do that on the Predator Sense app. So if you guys also didn't know, what's really great about this laptop is it does come with a turbo button. What's a turbo button, you ask? Don't worry, I got you guys. A turbo button is actually what you use when you feel like your laptop needs more juice, aka if you're playing those really heavy games such as Crisis. I'm just kidding, Crisis. There are other games out there that are really heavy, like Cyberpunk, I guess. So if you guys are running games like Cyberpunk and it's a little bit too heavy for your laptop and you need extra resources from your laptop to play the game, just press on the turbo button and it will do what it has to do. Also, another great thing as well, especially for a content creator like me, this laptop comes with a lot of ports. So basically, if you want to attach a keyboard, a mouse, if you guys want to put in your card readers, it's all pretty much there. Also really important, Ethernet port. Because we all know that gaming on Wi-Fi, big no, my friends. Alright, so let's talk about the performance of this laptop. I tried 3 games on this laptop, and as usual, the performance for this laptop every year just gets better and better, and I absolutely love it. Number 1, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. This is something that I play a lot, that I use to kind of benchmark the laptop itself. So, how does it look? Ray tracing on this game, on this laptop, looks top notch. It has never looked better. I think like what I'm really sad about when I first experienced Shadow of the Tomb Raider was that I was playing it on Xbox and it didn't come with ray tracing back then. I wish that I could have experienced the game in all its glory as it is now. So if you guys didn't know, Shadow of the Tomb Raider does come with its own benchmarking tool inside the game itself. So for when I benchmarked the game with RTX on with ultra graphics with 1440p resolution, it easily just turned out on 40 FPS, and even though it sounds like a really low number, it's actually really stable. So if you actually play the game with those settings, it's actually pretty smooth, and I actually really enjoyed the experience. So with RTX off but on ultra graphics, it actually easily pumped out between 56 to 60 FPS, and it looks phenomenal. Personally, to me, if you guys prefer a more smooth high FPS gameplay, absolutely go with that. But for me personally, I love RTX on. It's just one of those games. I feel like cinematic games, you should definitely 100% play with RTX on because it really emphasizes the color of the skin, the light in the, when you go to the town, the water, and all that kind of jazz. You absolutely need to experience the game on 1440p with RTX on. You will thank me, trust me. On top of that, I just really want to really highlight the speakers on this laptop. I am absolutely impressed. When you're playing cinematic games, especially games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I felt like the speakers really added on to the immersiveness. The highs, the lows, the bass, the voice clarity was just all there. It was absolutely perfect. And honestly, I think playing that game without headphones was already a really great experience in itself. The only problem was, I wish that the speakers could go louder. And like any gaming laptop, there will be some heat, but this is what I really appreciate about this laptop. Some laptops I've reviewed, it does get hot. Heat when gaming on it, I think it's very normal for any gaming laptop, especially if you're playing games like Shadow of the Tomb Raider with RTX on. But what's great about this particular laptop though is that the heat doesn't even touch the keyboard. You'll only feel the heat on the top side of the laptop, and it doesn't even bother you at all. I honestly didn't even realize that the laptop was hot until I touched this area over here, which is honestly such a great thing. Alright, let's talk a little bit about Destiny 2. Now, if you guys know, Destiny 2 is a game that combines both cinematic as well as FPS. And honestly, I feel like it does a great job of combining best of both worlds in terms of PvP as well as PvE. Now, when it comes to first-person shooters, regardless of what kind of mode you're playing, I feel like FPS really does matter. So I highly do not recommend playing this game on high resolution. 1440p is a big no-no for me because you'll be getting 30 to 40 FPS, which, as I said before, no for FPS games. But if you guys want the best experience for a first-person shooter, definitely go for 1080p, and it easily gives you between 90 to 100 plus FPS in medium graphics. If you guys play on high graphics, you'll get between 70 to 90, so it's up to you guys if you guys want a higher FPS or if you want better graphics. I absolutely love how Destiny looks on this laptop, especially because of the display. It's sharp, it's crisp, it's very vibrant, and I feel that those are elements that are really important when it comes to games like playing Destiny 2, because you need to be able to see where the enemies are, you need to be able to pinpoint where the bosses are, and you want to be able to experience the different planets and cinematics as well, which is why I feel like this laptop really combines the best of both worlds, and it's great for games like Destiny 2. Now, let's talk about Valorant. So if you guys want high FPS, which is definitely what every single first-person shooter gamer wants to have, don't play it on 1440p. Play it on 1080p, absolutely. And honestly, I highly recommend playing it with mid graphics as well. If you look at pro players, they absolutely play on lowest graphics, and for a good reason though, because there's not a lot of particles, which means that you'll be able to see the enemies a lot faster. So yeah, there's that as well. If you guys are playing on high graphics and you guys die because of those particles, don't blame me. But if you guys want to play on highest graphics, who am I to stop you? It does still pump out around 80 to 100 FPS, which is honestly not bad at all. When it comes to the speakers for this device, I just want to say something. It's actually not bad. I'm not saying it's better than headphones, absolutely not. But if there comes a moment where something like, oh my god, I'm at Starbucks playing Valorant, why would you be? And I forgot my headphones. You can absolutely use the speakers. It's not bad at all. The directional audio is still pretty good. Not as good as headphones, not as good as earphones, but it's pretty good. Alright Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of this laptop in general. Pros. Absolutely love the specs. It's honestly great to have these specs, especially now because it's still so goddamn hard to get a GPU. GPU apocalypse, when will you end? Because some of us really need 30 cards and don't want to pay a kidney and an arm for it. It has a great display, it has great speakers, and I love the electric blue logo in the back. I love the lighting in general. It has a great keyboard. Honestly, there's a lot to love about this laptop. 10 out of 10. So let's talk about the downsides of the laptop. I'm not a big fan of the power port. It's actually in the back of the laptop, and I feel like in general it's annoying to have to pull your laptop to the front to plug it in the back. I think it's more of like an access thing and a preference thing at this point. And for the laptop itself, I think the fans can be loud when playing certain games, and I think that's to be expected because, as I said before, there will be games that require a lot more juice. A lot more juice means more heat, and more heat means louder fans. Anyways guys, the golden question of the day is, can you game on the Predator Helios 300? You abso-freaking-lutely can. It's called a gaming laptop, and a hella good one. Anyways guys, if you guys want to get this laptop of your own, you can check it out on the Acer official online store, as well as retailers, as well as on the Shopee official Acer store. Anyways guys, I'm Tash, and I am excited to hop back into Shadow of the Tomb Raider on this laptop. Let's go. Lara Croft is the bae, and she's definitely mommy, and I want her to step on me.